this video, we're going to be looking at connecting outboard gear, which I've already done in a past video for the Apollo Twin, but this one is the Apollo X8, so it's a larger interface with a couple different options. You could go line level instead of using combo jacks, and you could bypass the preamps, which on the Apollo Twin, you cannot bypass the preamps. Even though they're transparent, it's not going to make a big difference, but this is going to make it to where you just don't go through the preamps. You have over here line inputs, and then over here are your preamp, which connect to the XLR cable only. All right, so let's go ahead and just break it all down and show you how to set up your outboard gear with the Apollo X8 in my case. If you have the X6 or something else, it'll be a similar setup as long as it's not the Apollo Twin. All right, so let's go ahead and switch over to the Apollo's console software, and we want to set it up so that it could run with outboard gear. So I'm going to come down here to the settings. So most likely your mode is going to be in default here, and the IO preset is automatic. So you want to switch that up so it could work with your software and it could allow for the outboard gear to be set up properly. So I'm going to click here and just go ahead and select the one that's my setup. If you have a different setup, then you'll select a different one. But for me, I have a single Apollo X8 and I'm using Pro Tools. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that one and I'm going to load it. And you can see the first two inputs here are now pushed down. So this whole thing got pushed down. That makes it to where here's the input 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. And here's the output 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. So now they're in line with each other. And these two outputs here are just your speakers left and right. So that makes it to where it's going to work inside your DAW better and be set up to process the audio properly. All right, so that's all good there. Go ahead and get out of that. Now you can see I have everything set to line level here. This is set to line level. This is my microphone. You can see as I talk, it's coming in right here. It's line level because I'm going through an external preamp and an external compressor, and then it comes in on channel 1 with just a single TRS cable line level. All right, so that's my line input there. That's for recording, but we're going to be looking at how to set it up for mixing and using outboard gear during your mixing process. So something you'll notice in console is everything's muted out. So all of these analog 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so I can mute this one as well. Those are all going to be muted out. That's because I don't want to hear a double up when I'm using it. So that is all set up here in console. Now let's go ahead and open up Pro Tools and get that set up for the outboard gear as well. All right, so once you have Pro Tools set up, go up to your setup, go to IO, and you just want to go through everything, input, output, bus, and inserts. Select everything, Command A, delete it, and then just press default. So I'm going to do that for all of these. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and check that. I'm going to select all of these except the last two. And then I'm just going to move them over 2 spots. All right, so these last two will be stacked on top of each other. And this first set will be moved over to 3, 4 right here. And then that's it. Go ahead and press OK. And now when you set it up in Pro Tools, you just go under your inserts, go down to IO, and select whatever insert you're set up on. So I'm set up on 3 and 4, and this will be set up as if it's a plug-in right here, but it's sending the audio out into your outboard gear, and then it comes back in, and it can be processed onto the audio right here. Now let's look at how do you actually set it up on the outboard gear itself to get this to work. So we did the software side, let's do the actual outboard gear part now. So I'm gonna go ahead and unplug these, just so we can start from scratch. Okay, so the only thing I have plugged in is my single TRS cable, and that's my microphone that you're hearing me on right now. So now let's go ahead and get our TRS cable set up so that everything is going to work properly inside of our DAW. So I want to send the signal out of Pro Tools, and I'm going to do it in a stereo pair because this is stereo outboard gear. So let's start with the first signal, which is going to be channel 3. I'm going to go ahead and put a TRS cable in here, and this is output channel 3 on my interface. And then take the other end of that TRS cable And you're going to go to the input on your compressor, EQ, whatever it is that you're using for outboard gear. So in my case, it's a compressor, so the left input is going to be channel 3. So right here. And now I need to do the other side. So it's a stereo unit. So I'm going to go line output 4. The other side of the TRS cable from output line 4 is going to go to my right input. Now what I need to do is get the signal from the compressor back into the interface so it can send it into my software. So what I need to do is go left output on the compressor is going to go to the same exact input of this as I did with the output. So I went out 3 and 4, so now I need to go in 3 and 4. So the left side is going to go 3, and then the right side, so right output, is going to go to line input 4. All right, so now the signal is going from the DAW out of the interface to the input of the compressor, and then the output of the compressor is going to the line inputs, and it has to be the same one, so 3 and 4 to the line inputs 3 and 4 on the interface, and that'll send it into your DAW. And on your inserts, you could go ahead and select the one that you did. So right here, go to I/O, select whichever one you did. I did insert 3 and 4, and then I select that, and I'll be able to process the audio, and it'll be on that track as if there's a plugin right here, but it's going to the actual hardware. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and spin this around so we can see the front of the units, and I'll do some processing with some compression on this track right here, and we'll be able to listen to it. Thank you guys for watching that sneak peek. If you want to watch the rest of this video, go ahead and check out hiphopaudioschool.com. There's many more videos showing you the entire process of buying gear, setting that gear up, getting it all connected, recording, mixing, mastering, all in your home studio so you could do it yourself, save money, and get great results. All right, so thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.